We have the potential of strong, damaging winds across the state of Kentucky today on Friday, March 3rd, 2023. I'm meteorologist Shane Smith. Welcome to the Bluegrass Weather Report. Let's get right to it, friends. We are tracking a warm front moving into the state right now. That will bring us showers and thunderstorms overnight as we roll into Friday, March 3rd. We're recording this around 10:30 on the 2nd. But you can see a very strong area of low pressure and a very strong line of thunderstorms down across portions of Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas tonight. This is going to lift eastward and could bring one of the strongest low pressure systems to ever enter the Ohio Valley into the region on Friday. This storm system may end up having as low of a pressure as a Category 2 or 3 hurricane. We'll talk more about that here in a second. Severe weather outlook for Friday. All state under a slight risk, a large chunk of the state, the area in orange, under an enhanced risk. What does that mean? Well, an enhanced risk is a 3 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. A slight is a 2 out of 5. That means there is a very good chance of severe weather in the enhanced risk zone. In fact, the Storm Prediction Center has this area in red outlined under a 30% chance of damaging winds. That is winds in excess of 60 miles per hour that can cause power outages, damage shingles, and cause minor structure damage and can bring down trees. That is the textbook definition for the damaging wind outlook, and that's for anywhere within that red polygon and 25 miles outside of it. So even London, we're in the yellow, we're in the slight, that's a 15% chance. We still could potentially see that 30% chance. A 30% chance, that means 3 out of 10 times it's going to happen. That is a pretty good chance. And these storms are going to mean business tomorrow. Even outside of the thunderstorms, the winds are going to be insane. We are talking winds sustained tomorrow 40 to 50 miles per hour. Gust 60, maybe even 70. Probably take some thunderstorms to get those 70 mile per hour wind gusts, but it is possible. That's why most of the state is highlighted under a high wind warning. That's for all the counties highlighted in that brownish orange color. And the rest of the state's under a wind advisory. And oh yeah, by the way, we've got flood watches out along the Ohio River because this storm system could bring a lot of rain. So let's map this out using the high resolution rapid refresh model. We'll see rain overnight tonight and early on Friday morning. Not a great chance of severe weather at this point. It's after about 9:10 Central Time when we could see the severe weather really pick up. Notice here, we're going to pause it at noon East Coast, 11 Central Time. Just to the west of Paducah, that low pressure that's going to pass by us is going to be at 976 millibars. Remember, pressure measures the intensity of a storm system. The lower the pressure, the stronger the storm. A 976 millibar low pressure is equivalent to what you would see in a Category 2 or weak Category 3 hurricane. That is an incredible wind field with that storm. This is pretty much almost going to be like an inland hurricane, is a way to think of it. Just a little different how it works structurally, but the result is going to be hurricane force winds potentially. Check this out. We go into noon Central Time. A line of broken thunderstorms from Louisville to Bowling Green. Any one of those has the potential of being severe. Wind gusts 60 to 70 miles per hour. Tornadoes can't be ruled out. We go into 1 o'clock. That line approaching the I-75 corridor. That'd be 1 o'clock Central Time, 2 o'clock East Coast Time. 3 o'clock East Coast Time. It has crossed 75. The leading edge has more storms. If there's going to be a squall line form, it'll be on the back of that system. That is where we will also see some very gusty winds. So 2 threats of severe weather. The storms ahead of the front, that's where we could have tornadoes. And then the front itself, where we will see wind gusts in excess of 60 to 70. That moves eastward. And by 3 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock East Coast Time, all the action is east of I-75 and into eastern Kentucky, and should exit the region by 6 o'clock East Coast Time, 5 o'clock Central Time. And then on the backside of this system, some colder air moves in for your Saturday. So let's take a look at these potential wind gusts from some of the models. The HRRR model. Notice all those yellows? Yes, friends, that is 70 mile per hour wind gusts showing up on the HRRR model at 4 o'clock in Lexington, Somerset, and London. That's on the back side of this system. That's not even with the squall line. Peak wind gusts still mid 60 mile per hour range by 5 o'clock. The winds will howl all the way into the evening. Power outages are likely. Go ahead and prepare for those. And just know shingles and trees are going to get blown around. There may be some minor structure damage. Bring in the trash cans. Bring in the lawn furniture. The winds won't really die down good until early Saturday morning. Let's take a look at some of the other computer models and see what they are showing for this. We're going to pop over to the GFS real quick. It's showing 60, 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Just unreal. I've never seen the models just spit this strong of a wind gust forecast out, friends. This is just some of this data I'm looking at for the first time because it's just updating, like the NAM model. Right there, that dark orange by E-Town, that's a 79 to 80 mile per hour wind gust there at 1 o'clock Central Time tomorrow. Unreal. And pretty much all the models are just showing insane winds rolling across the Commonwealth. Now, one other thing I wanted to show you. We do have the potential of some tornadoes tomorrow. This is the helicity index. This measures the amount of spin in the atmosphere. Anything over a 2 is concerning. That's the yellows. Anything over a 4 gets your skin crawling if you're a meteorologist. If it's a 6 plus, look out. There's a ton of spin. You'll notice on the leading edge of this storm as it moves in, and this is going to be at about 1 o'clock East Coast, 2 o'clock East Coast, 3 o'clock East Coast, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. There's a window there of enhanced helicity. The significant tornado parameter. This measures the potential of a significant tornado, an EF2 or stronger. Anything above a 3, when you start getting in the oranges, is worrisome. This right here, if this run of the HRRR verifies, it is showing the potential of some significant tornadoes on the leading edge of this, going through portions of south central Kentucky. Places like Columbia, Somerset, Danville need to be on the lookout. That pushes into eastern Kentucky through portions of Laurel, Clay, Leslie, Estill, Owsley County, up into the mid-afternoon hours, say between 2 and 4, before finally dying out. So we try not to scare you here. We try to prepare you. And folks, this is one you need to be prepared for. Have multiple ways of getting severe weather alerts tomorrow. Have multiple ways of being able to plan for severe weather. You need to know shelters at work, at home, at school. Remember, interior room, put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. No windows is the big thing. If you have a basement, that's ideal. If not, an interior closet or bathroom without windows. That is the safest place to ride out damaging winds and tornadoes. If you have a helmet and there's a tornado warning declared for your area, put a helmet or a hard hat on, something to protect your head, as most tornado-related fatalities happen because of head trauma due to flying debris. So, not to scare people, but just to tell you what you need to do to prepare. Also, be ready for power outages. You might want to have a cooler full of ice ready to put some of the stuff in your freezer in, or keep that freezer good and sealed up in case we have power outages, because that looks like a good bet. Also, if you're going to be traveling on the interstates tomorrow, 60, 70 mile per hour wind gusts are enough to knock around semis and can really cause some travel trouble. So just be careful around those high profile vehicles on Friday. So that is it. We will try to bring you updates as possible during the day today, but just know the severe weather is likely. Have multiple ways to get warnings, and we will catch you next time. So take care and stay weather aware.